Okay, I want to show you guys how to create quick carousels using AI and Canva with bulk upload and create. That is a new feature and app inside of Canva. If you've got the pro version, it allows you to use this, and you can basically upload a CSV file and it will auto create carousels similar to these, as you can see. Let it flicker through. These are various examples that we've just created, and I'm going to take you through the processes of how to do this for clients or for internal use. I think this is very, very unique and saves a lot of time. So let me get into it quickly. I'm going to show you what I've figured out and how it actually works, because a lot of YouTube videos don't teach you exactly how to do it. So let me just show you exactly how you're supposed to do it, and I found a way that works. Okay, so obviously, first of all, we're going to go to something like ChatGPT. This is the AI generator that we're going to use. You're going to generate various amounts of carousel ideas or topics, whatever you want to talk about. For example, in this, we decided to go with these type of topics. So we went with social media, optimizing checkout, e-commerce, content strategy, e-commerce success, and it starts at the top here. Okay, it doesn't look like it's done. It might have done all of these. I didn't see anything for SEO, but it might have done all of these. But as you can see, it started off with the marketing and branding main topic category, and then it split it up into these main topics that we'll use for the carousel. So this one's obviously, the first one's going to be called 5 tips for building a strong brand identity on social, and then obviously these number 1 to 5 is now your images that you will create for the carousel. Obviously image 1 is going to have a title, and then a description underneath the title, and title again on image 2, and a description under that, and vice, just carrying on like that. So how do we do this to make it work inside of Canva? Once we do this, if we could, if we've got ChatGPT Pro version or whatever else they might have in the future, we just normally just copy it out like this. Once you copy it out, you'll paste it into an Excel spreadsheet. This is more or less how it started for me. You paste it in this like that, column by column, obviously, and then what you have to do is sort it out where your columns are no longer your main categories. They become rows like that, and then you're going to have to take each one and actually put in very good title names that you will remember when you actually connect the data inside of Canva. So this is where you're going to have to make sure you do this correctly, because otherwise, if you just name this title and maybe some other stupid name over here, you're not going to know exactly where to connect the data. So I've kind of set up a structure here where we always have a main title, because if you look at our images, our carousels, for example, it always has a main image, which is obviously the first one that people will scroll upon. That main image is going to have the main title about what the problem is that we're going to try and solve for this person, with the actionable steps in the next slides. Okay, and then we go on to image number 1, title and description. Image number 3, so on, and then we always end off with something like this, like save this post, share it, or whatever you want to say in the end of it. I'm sure you've seen it everywhere on social media recently, but it's a very good top tactic to obviously get people to engage with your post. So once we've done that, we got to now take each one of those lines, as I will show you here quickly. We are going to have to take them, instead of leaving them vertical as they are here, we'll have to take every single one. I'm just going to move this guy up. We don't need this top line, because the main branding things are already got a title here. So we just need to take the title itself with the 4 or 5 different carousel points and descriptions. There's our main title, and it's put in there. Once we've got the main title, the first thing we need to do is obviously move the image title and the description to the various columns that it's obviously relevant to. So as you can see, we just have to move it across. This one needs to come to the next one, because that's description image 3, and then there's only 4 carousels inside this image, this carousel set. So what I need to then do is basically just make sure we got 5. So we got 5 title rows and description rows. We're going to add more, because sometimes carousels I think can go up to 10. It might change in the future, but we'll make space for 10 of them. Obviously we're not always going to use them. I'd say a max of 5 is necessary, because if you go beyond 5, people start getting bored with it and they think that the information is just becoming a little bit dragged out. So now the next thing is, I've picked up a problem where it will basically, let's look at this first example. As you can see, it pulled in the bulk 1 of obviously generating all that content from the CSV file. However, it actually takes in everything. So as you can see, title, the quotation marks, and obviously telling us that it's image 1, which is not what we want in here, and then obviously telling us that's the description. We don't want that here. So what we need to do, obviously I'm going to delete that one, but the first thing we need to do is, once we've sorted it out and all the data has been sorted out, we need to come into our search and find and replace tool that is available in Google Sheets, and we look for the common things. So for example, let's look at this one. It's got a 1 dot. So all we need to do is, I would say only once you've sorted out the stuff into their specific rows, then it would make sense to do this. Otherwise, you're going to be very confused about what is image 1 title versus description, etc. So maybe that might be a good thing. Let me just sort it out quickly, and then I'll show you how to remove the stuff. So without dragging this on too long, I'm not going to do websites, lead gen, and e-commerce for this example. Let's just stick to marketing and branding specifically. I'm going to clear these rows because we're not going to use them for now. I can always copy them out of my main sheet. So yeah, duplications and making copies of your sheets is very handy in this situation because you might lose the data. You don't want to go back to ChatGPT to find it. So what I'm going to do now is obviously just leave my main sheet there. I've only done the one for marketing and branding. What I said we're going to do is obviously clear the data because we don't want that unnecessary title and quotation marks and obviously telling us what we're putting in needing to come with it, because that's just not cool. So all we need to do is obviously use the search and find and replace tool from Google Sheets. I've already removed title, as you can see, and image 1. What I would like to show you is how simple it is if you type just the beginning thing that you want to remove. So 1 point that with a space, it'll find everything with that exact same example. Okay, so we're not going to go back to that sheet. We just want to replace this. There is no way that, okay, so there we can say just this sheet specific. Why do you keep doing that, bro? I just want this sheet, and then we're going to look for only the one replace, only ones that it's going to replace. Did it do it here? No, it didn't. Okay, good. So it only did it in the sheet. That's great. I hope it did not. It did remove my titles from everything when I did it. Shit. Okay, that's because I had this thing selected to all sheets. Make sure you have it on this sheet specific, so you only mess with the modifying sheet, which is the second one. So the next thing we want to remove is obviously description. So if we want to, we can obviously also start with spelling it exactly the same, because it is case sensitive, and obviously you can see there is a space afterwards. So we put the colon in with a space, it'll pick up everything that needs to, that comes with that. Obviously, I don't know why it keeps going to the other sheet. But there, all the descriptions will now be removed. Let's try image 2, replace. There we go, all done. Let's try image 3. I want to go through all the images while we have the text inside this box. I think you get the gist of this. It's really not that difficult to do. I'll just carry on and clean the data, and you just do the same if you have to create these. Okay, great. Now the data has been sorted out, it's been cleaned. Just going to remove the yellow, or the green, sorry. And what we need to do is come to download, and we come to download as a CSV, which is a comma-separated value file. All we're going to do is just basically replace this file that we have here, because that was the old one. Great. Once we've done that, we come into our ChatGPT, right? Not ChatGPT, Canva. We come down to the bottom. If you don't have it, go to apps and search for bulk create. If you've got it, all you need to do is either enter the data manually, or like I said, once you've sorted it out, this makes it a whole lot easier in this aspect. Now we just upload the data, which is the CSV file. This has been pre-selected obviously, but once you get here, it's all going to be gray. And all you need to do is right click on the elements that you wanted to change and say connect data, and then obviously select the relevant data. Now this is why I was talking about earlier, making sure that you have the right category name or whatever you want to call it for your column, because this is what it's going to pick up. And you want to make sure that you have this right data in here, because if you have, like I've got 5 different carousels that are under this marketing and branding category. All right, it's going to create every single one of these. Okay, so you're going to have a lengthy list of designs, and it's going to restart the exact same design with the new main title, and then carry on with image 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then descriptions included. So you've got to make very sure that you're happy with the data initially, the columns, like I said, and then connect it to the necessary places. Like I've done title 1, image title 1, image 1 description, and all the way down to image 5, and obviously this one is a standard for the end For us, obviously we're going to change these to our brand name or whatever the customer's name is, and then you just say continue. As you can see, you can either select every single one of them. Like I said, it will create all the designs for you that are in that CSV file. If you don't want it to, you can obviously select the ones that you wanted to specifically do for you. If not, I wanted to create all of them, so I'm going to close that one. I don't need that one right now, and then I'm going to say generate all 5 designs, and it's going to do everything for me. Great stuff. It's finished. So all you can see now is that it's basically just pumped all of them in here. As you can see, there's the next title for branding mistakes to avoid. It looks a little bit shitty, but now you just got to go in and actually make it look pretty. So pull the text, make it smaller, change the color of the background for each different carousel, making it look a little bit better than what it is right now. But this saves you a ton of manual work creating manual carousels for you, your business, or your clients. I hope this video helped. Maybe you'll use it for us internally, or you'll use it for the clients that you wish to do in the future. And obviously, remember, you can change basically anything. This is Canva. I'm just showing you how to manually, or not manually, I'm showing you how to use bulk create. And not only use bulk create, but insert the data to Canva and connect the right stuff to the right places. And obviously with a good structure like this, you won't have problems. Thanks.